Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be making vegan chocolate chip cookies, and the best part about these cookies is that they don't even taste vegan. They look and taste like regular chocolate chip cookies. After posting the cookie dough video on my channel, I've been getting a lot of requests to make a chocolate chip cookie recipe, so here's a vegan version. To start off, in a small bowl, add 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I tend to pour a lot inside the measuring cup, so you'll notice me in this clip putting a lot the first time, and then when I go back for the second half cup, I just put a little bit less. To the flour, add 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and then add a half teaspoon of baking soda. Now add a little less than a half teaspoon of salt to the mixture. Now whisk, whisk, whisk all these dry ingredients and then put them to the side for later. Now get a bigger mixing bowl, and in that you need to put a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil or any other vegan oil that you can find, such as coconut oil, which would work really well if you like the taste of coconut in your chocolate chip cookies. To the oil, add half a cup plus 1/8 of a cup of packed light brown sugar. Whisk the sugar and the oil together until it looks light and crumbly. It's not going to look wet enough to add to the dry ingredients yet, and that's because we haven't added our dairy supplement. Make sure to get all the lumps out because brown sugar tends to clump up a little bit. Add a half teaspoon of vanilla extract to your sugar and oil mixture. The last thing you're going to need to add to the sugar and oil mixture is 3 tablespoons of a milk substitute. So I used chocolate almond milk, which was sweetened, and it only enhanced the flavor of the chocolate chip cookies, but you could also use vanilla soy milk or unsweetened soy milk, oat milk, rice milk. Any level of sweetness would work too, just as long as you measure the sugar beforehand. Mix all the wet ingredients until they are combined and until there are no visible lumps. If there are some lumps, just try stabbing at them with your whisk, just like I did. Gradually add all the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, about a half a cup at a time. Now mix it all up. Now keep adding your dry ingredients. And that was the last of it, so just keep on mixing it until it's well combined. The dough started to stick on the whisk, so I had to switch for a spatula instead halfway. Now here's the fun part of adding half a cup of any toppings you want. You can always add more or less depending on your personal preference. I just went for the regular chocolate chips just to make this a chocolate chip cookie, but you can always add M&Ms, Oreos, or anything that you would like. Mix it all up and there you go, that's your cookie dough. In order to get a really deep flavor out of this cookie, you're gonna have to put it in the fridge for at least an hour. So put some plastic wrap over the bowl and set it in the fridge. But you can always skip this step. It is not necessary, but it will only enhance the flavor of the chocolate chip cookie. This is me attempting for like the 5th time to get the plastic wrap to stick to the bowl, but it really wouldn't. I finally just gave up and then I stuck it in the fridge for a little over an hour. So it's been a little bit more than an hour, and sorry about the lighting change, but I took out the cookie dough from the fridge and I took off the plastic wrap, and here I am just giving it a little bit of a stir because it's still pretty hard from the fridge. To make cookies, any baking pan that is flat will do, and I chose this 9 by 12 inch baking pan. It looks a little dirty, but I promise you it's not. I've just baked and used it so many times. Because this pan is non-stick, the cookies usually don't stick, so I just put them straight on the pan. But if you don't have a pan that's non-stick, I would put parchment paper, or I would grease it with a little bit of oil. Take about 2 tablespoons of cookie dough in between your palms and roll them into the shape of a ball, and just place it on your baking sheet. This recipe makes about 12 cookies, so just repeat this 12 times, or you can do one batch and store the rest in the fridge for up to a week or in the freezer for up to 3 months. Here are the cookies on this pan, and I ended up making another 6 on another pan. Put the cookies in the oven at 350 degrees and bake them for 9 to 11 minutes, but I would recommend cooking them a little bit under so that they can cool down as they cook on the pan when they come out of the oven. The cookies are going to look really puffy when they come straight out of the oven, but after cooling on the pan for about 20 minutes, they'll flatten down and look like bakery cookies. Put them on a plate with a glass of milk, and there you go, chewy chocolate chip vegan cookies. They literally don't even taste vegan, and they're so good. I hope you guys really enjoyed this recipe, and thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment about what you would like to see next. Bye, see you guys in my next video.